Astonishing pictures. Let us take you to the sky. Spidercam, the computer-controlled camera innovation everybody is talking about. Never-before-seen perspectives continue to impress viewers around the world. Like a flying object, the Spidercam floats above stages, spectators, fans, and into every corner of a stadium. In every direction, three-dimensional, all the while providing the highest quality HD footage. In one moment at eye level, in the next, high in the sky. The viewer at home is suddenly in the thick of the match, or leaping into the water. There is no way to broadcast sports more dynamically or get the viewer at home more involved. The Spidercam glides over the ice, silently, distinguished, elegant. A system of cables, deflected by pulleys at 4 elevated positions, is holding the 2 Axis Remotehead with the camera in the desired position. As the pulleys don't have to take a lot of force, they can be fixed easily at light posts, catwalks or cranes. 4 winches are responsible for the cable movement. A central processor operates the winches. The communication between the winches and control unit is realized via glass fiber. Furthermore, 2 of the catenary cables have a glass fiber core implemented to enable communication with the dolly. The pilot is responsible for the Spidercam movement, while the camera operator is in charge of pan and tilt. Every move can be saved and reproduced at a later time, with 100% accuracy. The top speed of the system is 8 meters a second. The maximum flying area is 250 meters by 250 meters. The Spidercam can be used in outdoor and indoor venues. Wherever the system is used, sensational pictures are guaranteed. Olympic Games, Champions League, World Championships. The Spidercam is taking viewers at home around the world, bringing them closer to the action than ever before. The system complies with the highest safety standards. Made in Germany, the safety aspect enjoys top priority. The catenary cables carry no more than 60 kilograms during operation, although they can withstand up to 1,200 kilograms of force. This results in a 20-fold safety cushion. The battery runtime is 8 hours. The dolly is electronically gyro-stabilized. The Spidercam can provide a bird's-eye view of every position of a pitch or any situation in a stadium. Once installed, the camera can approach every athlete and every point of interest. One camera offers unlimited perspectives and possibilities. Intriguing movements, possible at almost every imaginable event. A Spidercam will drastically improve every broadcast. Its possibilities are endless. Globally the best perspective, Spidercam.
Sorry for that blunt marketing, like 5 minutes as I can read here. Thank you for having me. And no worry, we get the Spider-Man thing a lot of times. For me to know, to understand better my audience, how many of you have already been to Azteca Stadium here in Mexico City? Okay, has anybody of you realized the system Spidercam in there already? Okay, it's always important for me to understand if people have some sort of relationship to the product already. and to understand how it's working. As I see, we have reached like a third of the audience in here today. But I'm not here to speak about the product Spidercam, which is the main product of our company. I'm speaking about innovation and what in all these, what in this product is innovative and how it is connected to the process of getting to innovation. Spidercam is and was always focused on safety and quality in 3 dimensions. This is what sums up our system here, and it's created out of the demand we realized when my father stepped out there and did the development now over 12 years ago. As we heard sometimes, or often during this summit already, there is always the demand that stands in the beginning of something. There's no point in trying to innovate something just for the reason of innovating it. There is the one thing trying to get mankind along and doing research for the research purpose, but when it comes to industry, the demand is always the driver. What my father realized, and he did not do a proper marketing research when he started doing this 15 years ago, that there was a need for a camera platform usable in sports to cover areas that were not coverable before. It resulted out of him watching sports and realizing that a lot of these fields, and the football field is one of the biggest we have there, cannot be entered during production. You can't send out a cameraman on the field. And still, this is one of the perspectives that the users at home would like to have the most. Why am I playing football? Why am I playing hockey? Because I like the feeling of sitting on the place out there and doing the thing. The demand back then was the European market. Market research showed that there is a similar system operating in the US already back then. But the way it was utilized, it was not usable in Europe for several reasons. The most important one was safety, reliability, and stability. As you may have heard in the video I showed you, made in Germany, German standards. That's one of the words that stand for quality, but many of you might not know it stands for extreme regulations and extreme demands for safety issues, safety cautions, and certifications behind it, until you're even allowed to put something out there to use it over audience or, as a matter of fact, even over open ground. And the last of the things we went for was how fast should it be by being still safe, and we settled on the possibility to follow a sprint of a professional football player. As you hear, a lot of those things come out of watching football. In Austria, that's the major sport, as it is in Germany, as it is in Europe as a total, so not totally different from Mexico here. Number 2 is, though, not baseball. Nobody plays baseball in Austria. What was the solution? The solution is the system as you see it in Azteca, for example. What you most of the time see is just the camera platform, the dolly. It was designed to work in large stadiums and in addition in studios and for the use of sports mainly, but also for big events like concerts, TV productions and the like. From the beginning on, there was the issue that we needed to construct for safety. And by just following the guidelines European machine standards set out, if you do it properly, you just end up with a machine that's totally reliable and totally safe. So it's built to handle the weather conditions first. You got to be able to operate in freezing conditions in Europe. We get down to minus 15 degrees easily on productions. You got to be able to handle high temperatures. Even in Italy or in the south of Spain, you reach temperatures like in Africa, so you got to be handling temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius. Then it can be dry, it can be moisture. All of those things take an influence on your system and all the components included in it. And the solution comes up with all of those. Biggest thing being safety. It's always best possible picture while maintaining the highest level of safety. That's the one thing that separates us from all our competition. We have been copied. There are systems coming out of China which are blunt copies. There are systems coming out of Russia which are excellent copies. There are systems in the States that were inspiration for us. It's also the other way around. We've seen a lot. We learn a lot from competition. But the one aspect that sets us off is always safety. We have never and we will never crash to the ground. We will never put people under the dolly in jeopardy. And that is done by following strict rules. It's certification processes. As you can see, the logo is the infamous TÜV, situated in Germany, is what sets out the standards and is an organization that checks if you follow the certification process. We do maintenance, inspection of our systems regularly. This takes quite some time. Systems have to get back from all over the world into our workshop in Little Austria to be maintained. And last but not least, it's the education, the training of crew. The system is only so good as the operators utilizing it. If you have an operator standing there and pulling off dangerous moves, all your safety features can't help you if it just goes with 8 meters per second, which is roughly 30 kilometers an hour, and just hits Ronaldinho. Then you're just screwed, as a matter of fact, because in the end, Spidercam kills football star. Excellence is the another one. Safety alone doesn't help you anyway. You gotta be producing pictures, and it's about pictures in the end. The demand asks for a system to be there, but the system itself is not the reason for it being there. It's the demand of pictures. Our clients are broadcast clients, host broadcasters, the directors in the end, the people sitting in the OB van or in the director's room wanting to get pictures they haven't been able to get in the past. And they want to have those. They have to be stable, they have to be of high quality, they have to be state-of-the-art, and most importantly, they have to be available all of the time during the production. Why do we do this? We have an ongoing research and development. Every system that is built is improved. So every system that goes out there is kind of unique until we have those improvements handed out or rolled out to all the other systems, which can take some time. Since they're all over the world at any point, every given point in time. Communication, we heard a very interesting approach today on radio frequency transmissions or transmission using IP packages going over GSM and mobile phones components. We took a totally different approach. From the beginning on, we went from glass fiber connections, because glass fiber cannot be influenced. You have a glass core, all the data goes through the glass core, no matter how strong a voltage cable is running next to it, no matter how, what frequency the RF has that's going around it, it can't be influenced, and thereby delivering the picture in its best quality directly to the director, to the OB van. We built our system modular. We rent all our systems. At Sticker is one of the examples where we have sold systems and fixed them into one location. But our main business case is really traveling all over the world, taking our 2.3 tons of equipment, setting it up, rolling it out, rigging the points, and then operate the system. So it takes us around 6 to 7 hours to set up a system from scratch, so we arrive by truck. And that's why it has to be modular. All packages need to be transported, need to be able to be pushed around. The winches, which are the most heavy parts, weigh 340 kilograms, and the dolly only comes in at around 30. So all the things can be pushed around and carried by 1 or 2 people. The speed we already touched on. The repositioning is very important, and the positioning itself, when the operator moves the thing around, he has to be certain that the position he's aiming for is reachable and this is accurate. And this is done so we have a position of less than 1 inch in all directions, giving you a bubble like this where you can really use the system to position it very accurately. In the end, then the client, if he pays such a lot of money for renting our systems, it's appealing and professional look. You wouldn't think of how damaged the system can be when it comes back from a show. The tear and wear is incredible, and we take a lot of time just cleaning those things and polishing them up again to have this experience in the outdoor. What did this get us? We have been doing this for more than 10 years now. It took us more than 5 years to get successful, even with all those ideas and with all those excellence in putting it on the road. It took us a really long time. We approached TV stations, we approached rental houses in broadcast industries. production houses. We even contacted sports clubs, stadium owners. When you don't have a name for yourself, everybody goes like Spider-Man, Spider-Man, what's Spider-Man? No, it's Spidercam. But nowadays we have made a name for us, and clients we have to show for ourselves are all over the world. We're doing football, American football in the US. We're doing European football or soccer all over the world. We're doing cricket. We're doing rugby. And we even do sports I'd never heard of until I entered Spidercam, like lacrosse, which I had to do a lot of research to understand what's going on there. Okay, why do I bring all those things up? And there is some more marketing going on. What our clients? We have been at the Winter Olympics. We have been at the Summer Olympics. Most of the times doing opening shows, but a lot of the times being there to also produce pictures during the main events. We will hopefully be at the Caribbean Games in Mexico this year. We have been doing motorsports. We have been doing tennis. But what does all of these things really mean for us? Why are we there, and what is the innovational aspect nowadays? Now, everything that I have covered until now is technology, and we have invented this technology, and we keep doing it. We are talking about virtualization. We have seen shots today of a Chinese boat, which wasn't really there, but it's included in the broadcast pictures. We're doing this. We have developed an interface to the NCAM system. Some of you might have seen Monday Night Football on ESPN. We have objects in there that are not really there, which we can play with, which we can circle around. We have been cooperating with companies like Hawkeye. When you look at tennis, where they just blend in where the services went. Also, objects that's not really there. That's points in the innovation of the market, where we look at new technology evolving around us, being at conventions, actively searching for them and including them in our systems, creating interfaces, creating workflows. But more importantly than the technology right here, for us, is the pictures we sell. We have a hard time, and right now, since 3 years, we focus strongly on consulting directors in how to use our systems. We deliver a toy to them that they can utilize, and we got to teach them how to use it. If we look at the FIFA World Cup this year, mostly all of the shots were accomplished giving you a bird's eye view, which for the end user might after some time get really boring. Interesting, it is for making analysis of the game afterwards. But during the matches, I'd rather have a camera going down to the floor and see during a penalty the perspective of the player again. Or give us, like we have seen in swimming, the image of being very close to the players. Or when it comes to boxing and tennis, to really be on the court with the players. And it's more than that. It's really now getting an understanding for us as Spidercam ourselves, what can be achieved with our systems and how to get the clients to use this. So the innovation lies in the process, it lies in the usage of the tools, and in the long run, of course, it lies in technology there. What are the future goals for us? We have done cricket. Nobody could have imagined that there is some use in the Spidercam system doing cricket. For those of you who don't know it, and don't take it wrong, I was new to it until 2010 as well. It's kind of similar to baseball, but totally different. And things we want to go now is we want to do baseball. We want to enter this. This is just a huge market. We want to do more race stuff. We have been doing camel races in the deserts. We have been doing Race of Champions. That's such a huge opportunity for us. And now with the entrance of augmented reality and virtual reality, this just will make the sports so much more entertaining. It will lead to a point where the viewers at home get so much more use out of it, and will just stick to the shows that utilize those innovations. The company profile, yes, maybe for those of you interested, my father developed the thing. We are located in Little Austria. Most important part on this story, though, is my father developed this thing after quitting his job at the age of 52, taking all he had, going into his garage and developing the thing out of scratch. Taking everything he had, taking the risk we just heard of, willingly, maybe a little blindfolded as well, and going there. We have grown from our own, from having systems sold to just renting systems anymore, and In this year alone, we have built 6 systems so far. We have currently 16 systems in our operational department, so at any point in time there are 16 systems somewhere around the world being used for broadcast or film sets. So that's the growth. The market is still not reached. We have 1 system in Mexico. It's a huge market. We'd like to increase here. We have entered the US in earnest with a subsidiary last year. We have a system in Australia. So the world is our marketplace. And by just staying ahead of the competition, since everybody hates the market leader and everybody runs for his position and runs for his money, it's totally necessary to keep innovating and keep moving forward. Being there, this is a shot of the end cam incorporated in the Spidercam dolly for those that want to see it. And yes, let's be clear once more, I'm talking about broadcast. This is my profession, and all my thoughts are focused around that. So I heard an interesting thing and added, do not interfere with the sport here. But in the end, it's broadcast, it's advertising, and when we have to interfere with some sports, it's keeping it alive at the same time. I get a lot of conflict there, but it's another risk we have to take. We have to be there and deliver. Thank you. At this point, I'm over time.